Hi, I'm Christy Rost. I've always loved to travel, and I especially love cruising. So I'm thrilled to introduce you to my good friend Oya Bekaslogu from Atlas Ocean Voyages. As one of Atlas's new Epicurean Expedition celebrity chefs, I can't wait to share with you the adventures that await every guest on Atlas Ocean Voyages. Today, we're cooking the flavors of Provence. Welcome to At Home with Christy Rost. So, Oya, welcome to my kitchen.
Oh, hello. Thank you for having me. It's
Absolutely.
an honor to be here.
Oh, thank you. I'm thrilled to have you. So today we are going to make tomato tartine provençal. And a tartine is a French word for a toast. And sometimes it just has butter, sometimes it has other things. We're going to mirror the flavors of Provence and make this incredible appetizer tartine. So I need your help. I gave you a brush. It goes with your outfit. And we have some olive oil here. So you brush the bread with olive oil, just on one side. And you just, and what we do is preheat the oven on broil to about 425 degrees. And then, oh, that's perfect. And then put them on a tray. I have found if I line them up on the sides and leave the center open, the center's the first to burn. So I always do just the sides, put them under the broiler for just maybe 2 minutes, but you have to watch them all the time. They go from just the right toast to burned in a second. Okay. And so you do that. And then, I'll move this over here, because we'll do those later. And then we take our toast and we're going to add some, a little bit of herbe de Provence, which is from the Provence region of France. That is the southern portion of France along the coast and just a little bit inward. So we just take some of these and we're going to just put a little bit on. Oh, wait a minute, you're gonna have to do your own from now on.
No, I like it. You say, let's cook.
No. You have to earn your keep here. So, okay, then take just a little bit of salt and put that on, okay? And a little bit of pepper and put that on, just a tiny bit. Okay. There you go, okay? And then we're going to use some Comté cheese. Comté cheese comes from Provence. And I actually got this from a French cheese importer. And it is, how would I say this? It's a little bit like Parmesan, and but it has a little smoother taste, a little, not quite so much of a bite to it. And so you just use a vegetable peeler and you just peel like this, okay? And it keeps for weeks, which is wonderful. Okay, then you take some Comté cheese and you put that on, oh, here's some, that just did too, it's really yummy. And you just put that on the toast like this.
You cover it?
Oh yes, okay. Absolutely. Neither a little or absolutely, we're going for, this is the total deal here.
I like it.
I know, see, we can cook together all the time.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Why not? Why not? Okay, super. Right. Then we take a tomato and put that on top. So I'll let you have the first tomato. I'll take this little one here. There we go. And at this point, we're going to add just a little more salt to that. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Okay, a little more pepper.
Okay. See, I started learning.
You're getting really good.
You're a good teacher.
Oh, thanks. Gee, and we just got started. Okay, and then some herbe de Provence we want to put on here again. And herbe de Provence has so many wonderful herbs in it, so I'm just gonna read it to you. It's basil, Italian parsley, tarragon, marjoram, thyme, sea salt, lavender, of course, because lavender grows everywhere in Provence. You can smell it, that's right. And a little bit of fennel. And fennel has a little bit of an anise flavor. So I'm gonna take a little of that myself and put that here. Okay, then these go in the oven for 15 minutes, just like this. When they come out of the oven, then you drizzle just a little olive oil over the top. And France has beautiful olive oils because what grows all through that southern region along the coast of France? Olives. Olives. You're all familiar with niçoise olives, you know, salad niçoise and all that. That's where they're getting all these gorgeous olives, and therefore the olive oil. So, and then at this point, it's ready to eat. And I like to take just a little bit of basil, like this, and I will chop it with a knife. Oh yes, I'll chop enough for you.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. I've got this great Viking knife here. Cool.
Yeah, Viking has good stuff.
Oh boy, they do. They do. I was letting people know in the last episode that that a lot of people know Viking makes you know, like stovetops and ovens and refrigerators and all, but they don't know that they also make cookware and knives. So then we just put this on top, and that would be ready to serve. And I served these a couple weeks ago to a whole group of friends, and they just devoured them instantly. It was really amazing. So let me see.
Yummy.
Doesn't that look yummy? I was checking to see if I had my my serving plate. I don't, but we'll plate that up in a little bit. Let's talk about where I get to go on Atlas Ocean voyages this fall. So I have my own personal brochure here, and I have it marked. I was showing Oya that
we're super excited to have you back.
Oh, thank you. I'm super excited to be there, you know. So I get to cook on board, and I get to meet with everybody, you know, chat with the guests, and just do what I do, and you know, and I love that it's all inclusive. You know, all the wine, all the spirits, all that, everything is included, plus the Epicurean expeditions themselves.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, tell me about those.
Well, so in our Epicurean expeditions, our guests will be cooking with you. There will be some competition that you
the yachtsman cook-off.
Yes, that will be. And then there will be some times that you will be able to go and shop together in the local market, and you're going to be back. A lot of wine tastings from the region.
Oh darn!
Also. Oh yes. So yeah, and especially your voyage that you will be doing a lot.
Yes. Oh, I'm really excited. So I get to go from, look here, Nice to Palma de Mallorca.
Yes.
And that's Spain. So we get to go to Marseille, we go to Barcelona. I mean, how exciting is that? I've been to Barcelona. Oh, I love it. And I've been to Nice, where we start.
It's a beautiful itinerary, actually.
It is. Yes. And then from there, that's 7 nights. Next 7 nights, I get to go from Palma de Mallorca to Malaga.
Yes.
Tell me about Malaga.
Well, I have never been there.
Oh, okay. Let me tell you about Malaga.
You have to tell. You put me right in the spot, right? Well, I know that it's one of the most incredible cities that has a lot of like food, rich, all the culture and the food is very rich, actually. But
oh, wonderful!
Since you've been there, please take it on.
Well, it sounds good. So that also is in Spain. Then on the last voyage that I'm going on, that is a 9-night voyage, and I'm going from Malaga to Las Palmas, the Canary Islands. And we're going to be going to Morocco. We're going to first of all, some of the islands of Portugal, then down to Morocco. And I've never been to Morocco, and then on down to the Canary Islands. I've never been to the Canary Islands. This is going to be so fun. And I'm going to experience this with the guests. And I'm interested in the culinary adventures that they bring with them, their knowledge and their experiences that they get to share with me as well. Not just what I'm sharing with them, but what they're sharing with me. So I'm really excited about all that. So anyway, these are going to go in the oven, and we can nosh on those later. It's absolutely such an easy recipe. But we're going to follow up with something much richer, and that is roasted duck breast with an apricot orange reduction. I'm going to get this girl cooking. So Oya, now we're going to make roasted duck breast with apricot orange reduction. Oof. And it sounds really complicated and kind of high level. No, it's so easy. That's why I like it. That's why I picked this recipe to do with you. And duck is very, very popular. Simple. Because it's...
I like that. Did you hear what she said?
Should I answer that? I know. It's because duck is very popular in Provence. The apricots, another ingredient that comes from that whole region of the Mediterranean where I am going to be on my Atlas Ocean voyages.
Well, I'm excited.
I am too. Okay. So here are the duck breasts. And what we did was score them. You don't want to pierce the meat, but you score them with a very sharp knife at a diagonal pattern because you want it to look pretty. And then that kind of helps release some of the fat, and it also allows the fat that's here to stay on the duck and not just shrivel up.
Okay.
And so it looks really nice. So would you help season? Do you want to do salt or pepper? Okay, I'll do pepper, you do salt.
I'm cooking with you.
Yes, you're cooking.
And I have an apron now. I look more like a chef now.
Oh, okay. Well, you notice I don't have an apron, so.
I'm the chef, be careful.
Oh, okay, okay.
Is it enough?
Boy, they didn't warn me about this. Feisty, woo! Watch out for Chef Oya.
Chef.
Okay, and I'm seasoning pretty well. Okay.
You want me to put more?
That's up to you. You're the chef. You're the one with the apron.
Right? I have the apron.
All
right, I'll just put just a little bit more.
Okay, why not?
That's it. That's it.
Okay, very good. Okay, so once we do that, then we're going to sear these in the pan.
Okay.
And you should always hear the sizzle. If your pan isn't hot, it's not sizzling, you need to start over. So preheat that pan really well.
And the skin has to be facing down, right?
Skin faces down. It's going to get very brown and, golden brown, and then we'll sear the other side. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I've got one more duck than I have room, I think, in the pan. Let's see. Oh, we can make room. Let's make room. Oh, it smells good already.
Yes.
Love it, love it. I'm so glad you came today so I could do duck. Okay, then Chef Oya, I need you now to season with salt and pepper on these, on this side.
See, it's very important.
Seasoning actually is a very important part of cooking.
Yes.
It's the seasonings that help bring out the flavor of the food. I'll get rid of this. Okay, you believe. Oh wow, you go, girl.
Too much?
No, it's good. It's your duck.
All right,
it's your duck.
Done.
Okay, so what you want to see is, okay, see it's just starting to brown a little bit, but that's not enough because you need really good color on it. So we're going to let this go for a few minutes and then we'll turn it over.
Okay.
Okay?
It was one of those peak moments in life.
The olive oil and caviar tasting was life-changing.
Our guests can go ashore and immerse themselves in some of these little out-of-the-way places.
Atlas spoiled us.
Yeah, they did.
So these have seared for about 4 minutes on the fat side. And Oya, would you go ahead and turn these now? And Oya, season them really well. Go ahead and turn them completely over. Oh, they're beautiful. Wow. Look at the color.
Yummy.
Oh, yeah. Very nice. You do good work. Good work. Okay.
Good.
Yeah, so now we're going to let these sear again for probably about 4 to 5 minutes on this side. And while we're waiting for that, I have a map over here that shows a lot of the places that I'm going to be going. And I'm really excited. So
show them.
Here's this great map.
Show them.
Oh, look, there's a yacht right there. Okay, so we're going to start in Nice, which is way over here, and come along the coast, and we're going to Marseille, and see, here's Aix-en-Provence, so Marseille is right here. We're going to Toulon, then we're going to come along the coast, and we're going to be getting into Spain and to Barcelona. And Barcelona has the largest market, fresh market, in all of Europe. And I've been there, and it is incredible, and I cannot wait to go again. And I'm hoping some of the guests might go with me, but we'll see. In any case, I'm going. And then we'll continue on down the coast of Spain and off into other areas and down into Portugal and all. I love this map. It's actually from Water and Wine's Puzzles, and they have these cool puzzles that all about the various wines of the countries. And the puzzles are designed by a sommelier. So they come in this really pretty box like this. And so I picked the one for France because we're doing Provence. And then it always has a map of the country with all the different wines that are known for that region. And plus, you know, the puzzle itself is absolutely beautiful. And then inside, this is so cool. Then inside, they have Know Your Wine glass so that you can tell what kinds of wines should be served in what kinds of glasses. So I think that it's so informative, you know, so it's educational, and I really like that. So anyway,
this map is really very good.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I know, it really is.
A little bit of a coincidence.
I know.
It worked really well.
How about that?
Yes.
So this has seared, and we're going to remove the duck now, just for a few moments. And then I'll transfer it to the roasting pan in a minute. Actually, I'll have you do that for me.
Okay.
Now, if there's a whole lot of fat in the pan, then you want to drain some of that off. And anyone who loves duck fat for potatoes. And because it's really, really wonderful to, I'm going to grab a bowl here. It's really wonderful to fry some potatoes in duck fat. So if you have too much, you just dump it off, but you save it. You don't get rid of it. We'll put the pan back there. I'll put this aside because we don't want to lose that. And then I'm going to switch places with you. I'm going to make the sauce while you transfer the duck to this gorgeous roasting pan. So this is another Viking cookware piece.
This is very nice.
Isn't it pretty?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to grab these.
Does it matter how I put it, or just nicely?
However you want to do it, chef. I'm going to slip behind you. We're just going to keep changing places and stuff like that, because it is at home with me.
Yes, and I am honored to be here. You have no idea.
Oh, I'm having such a good time. Okay, so I'm going to deglaze this pan with some Grand Marnier and also some beef broth, which I have back here. But first I'm going to, oh, good, thank you. I'll move this here. First I'm going to saute some onion. I'm going to turn this heat down just a little bit. Ooh, nice. And then I have some garlic. Just come back here for that. I've got an extra knife here. I'll just put my garlic in here.
It smells so good.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah. Especially once the garlic hits the pan, and we've already got all the, you know, the aromas from that duck is just
and
incredible.
The seasoning.
The seasoning. The seasoning. Oh yes, I almost forgot. I'm sorry about that. Yes.
Seasoning.
And here's some extra garlic in case you want it super, super garlicky. And now I'm going to deglaze the pan. I'm going to use some Grand Marnier. And I was awfully generous because I know the crew is waiting to dig into this. So that is the garum marinade. And then I'm going to add in an equal amount of beef stock or beef broth. And at this point, I turn my heat up because I want to bring it to a boil.
And it really smells so good now.
It really does now.
With that. Better and better.
Yes, yes it is. Then I'm going to add in, this is apricot preserves.
Apricot preserves, okay.
Do you want to stir that for me?
Yes.
Here, I'll give you that. Here you go. I'm going to move the duck and we'll put it over here for now. It's like a little dance in the kitchen here. And I'll go back around. And while you do that, I'm going to zest in some orange.
Trying to make sure there's not many lumps.
Yes, and as it gets heated, it will melt, and those lumps will disappear.
Okay.
There's nothing like fresh orange zest. And when you zest an orange, you only want to take off the orange part, not the peel underneath. This is bitter under there. So just use the fresh part. Okay, then I will cut this in half and add the juice. And I'm just going to turn this up some more because we want, what you want when you're making a reduction sauce, what that means is you're actually reducing the amount of liquid in the pan. So I want to reduce the amount of liquid in this pan by half. And as I do that, the flavors concentrate and also the sauce will thicken. So squeeze in the fresh orange juice. Don't use the stuff that, from the jar. And I'll add in some freshly ground pepper. And then you just let that come to a boil and let it reduce. Nice job, chef. Chef with the apron.
Yeah, chef with the apron.
The apron chef. And then and eventually what I would do is add some dried apricots to this, and as they get heated up, they'll get softer and softer, and you'll use that as part of the sauce. So we're going to take a break here and let this finish coming to a boil and reduce by half, and then we'll put this over the duck breasts. Cosmic Crisp apples are a cross between Enterprise and Honeycrisp varieties, which makes this non-GMO apple extra juicy and beautifully crisp. Sweet and naturally slow to brown, I love them for snacking, baking, cooking, salads, and charcuterie boards. I'm proud to have Cosmic Crisp as a sponsor of At Home with Christy Rost. Okay, so Oya, you did a super job. This sauce has reduced by half, and see, it's much thicker and richer than it was when we first added all the liquids. So, if you would hand me the duck.
All right.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'm going to spoon a part of this, let me turn this off now, a portion of this over the duck. And then we're going to put it in the oven and roast this, technically.
It smells so good.
It really does. It really does, and it's so beautiful. And then some of the sauce I'm going to reserve because I'll use it a little later, and at this point, add in the apricots. And just let those, over a low heat, soften up. And then after the duck has roasted for a little while, then I'll add that in over the duck breast, and it'll be lovely. I did some little orange slices. I think I'll stick those in here as well. So we're going to put the duck in the oven, and it's going to roast until it gets to 130 degrees. And so we'll just see how long that takes. Oya, I think we did an awesome job. You did an awesome job. You get to be my sous chef, or am I still your sous chef? Anyway.
Well, I will be your sous chef.
Okay, very good. So the duck is
amazing.
perfectly pink inside, which it should be, and it should be 135 to 140 degrees for medium rare. So if you would garnish these with some of the Grand Marnier apricot reduction sauce, then I am going to finish off the tartines that we did with just a drizzle of olive oil, because that is typically how this would be served. And just a tiny drizzle, you don't need much. Oh, beautiful.
I did a good job.
I am so glad you are so happy. You did do a good job. You really did. Oh my gosh, to come into this kitchen and cook duck with me. I mean, you know, you didn't know what you were going to make. So this is, oh, that looks beautiful.
Isn't it?
You got that? Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Absolutely. And we're going to have this for lunch. It's going to be so good. So in honor of you being here, I also have beautiful wine pairing. You know, Pinot Noir is a very typical wine pairing for duck. And so I have an Outer Bound Pinot Noir from Michael David Winery. It's from the Russian River Valley. And I would love you to taste it, and I will do the same. And cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you so much for being here. So I really hope that some of you will just see this today and go, oh my gosh, I could really use a voyage with Christy, and I would really welcome you on my Atlas Ocean Voyages cruises. These are expedition cruises, totally Epicurean. The focus is on food and wine and the culture of the regions that we are going to go to. And Atlas, gosh, small luxury yachts,
Only less.
gorgeous staterooms.
Exactly.
And the expeditions are everything. And Oya brought me this darling little snow globe that has the ship. And I think that is the perfect ending to a really fun segment. So thanks for joining us today on At Home with Christy Rost, where great food, beautiful wines, and hospitality are a tradition. I'd like to especially thank Oya for joining me in the kitchen so that we could have so much fun cooking together. I'd love to hear from you, so please reach out to me on my Instagram and Facebook pages. You'll find today's recipes on my ChristyRost.com website. And I'd also like to especially thank our sponsors, Atlas Ocean Voyages, Cosmic Crisp Apples, Michael David Winery, Tovolo, Viking Culinary Cookware, Little Bear Honey, Water and Wines Puzzles, Salt Seasons, and Tip Tech. See you next time. Cheers.
Cheers.